Okay, good. See, you have learned about order ranking, you have learned about your blood relations. So these kind of topics where you know how to handle the data over there and how to extract the answer from it. For example, if it is a blood relation, if I'm asking A is the mother of B and C is the father of B. So obviously A and B are married couples and C is the father of B. This is the understanding we get from this. The similar way, in an order and ranking also, we have learned how to handle the data. If example, if something is given of this sort, there are 6 people, okay, and here we are having the tallest, here we are having the shortest, fine. So it is going in this decreasing order. So I am telling randomly that no, what is the statement that you can give for D? Second tallest. So D is the second tallest, or D is shorter than only 1%. D is shorter than only 1%, or D is taller than 4%. D is taller than 4%. You can tell. So all these are some statements. Okay, with respect to A, how can you tell it? Okay. A is only shorter than 2 people in the group. A is taller than 3 people. A is taller than 3 people. So apart from it, A is taller than B, you can tell. Or you can tell, yes, but D is shorter than A. Shorter. No, D is taller than A. D is taller than A, right? So all these are statements. In the same way, for each and every person in the group, you can tell a different statement. And with these statements, the entire question will be given. You need to figure out who is the tallest, who is the shortest, right? This is the normal order and ranking which we had, like the normal. And here it is not only about tallest and shortest, it is also about the heaviest and lightest. So who is the heaviest person in the group? Who is the lightest person in the group? We have seen questions based on that. Now, here, what kind of questions are we going to look into this? There will be 4 to 5 different options given. Okay. What are these options going to tell us? The option number 1 will tell, by reading statement number 1, you can answer the given question. By reading only statement number 1, you can answer the given question. Option 2 will tell, only by reading statement 2, you can answer the given question. Option 3 will tell, both the statements do not help us in achieving the answer. Fourth option will tell, both options are necessary for getting the answer. Okay, these are the statements. So now let us not delay and we'll see the questions what is given over here according to them. Okay, so now among the 5 friends PQRST having different heights, who is the tallest? Okay, there are statement 1 and statement 2 which is given, and the 5 statements given are, if data in the statement 1 alone are sufficient to answer the question, while the data in statement 2 alone are not sufficient to answer the question. This is statement number 1. Statement number 2 tells, if the data in statement 2 alone are sufficient to answer the question, while data on statement number 1 alone are not sufficient to answer the question. Statement 3, if the data either in statement 1 alone or statement 2 alone are sufficient to answer the question. D, if the given data in both statements are not sufficient. E, if the data in both statements 1 and 2 together are necessary to answer the question. Now, what is your target first is? First, you need to create or come to a conclusion what is happening with statement 1. Then with statement number 2. Okay. If the statement 1 is answering your question of who is the tallest, then you can select option number A. Okay. If the statement number 1 is answering your question, you can select option number A. If statement number 1 is not answering, then you need to check for statement number 2. If statement number 2 is providing the answer as who is the tallest, then you can mark option number B. Option number B. Else, if both are not working, then check if both combinedly are giving you results. Then you can select option number E. If both combinedly are also not giving results, then select option number. Okay. Now, first one, I will help you solve it. Second one, you are going to start. R is taller than only one friend in the only one. So how many friends we are having? We are having 5 people in the group, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. R is taller than only one friend. Means R is going to be here. This is going to be tallest. This is going to be shortest. Okay. R is taller than only one friend in the group. Only one friend is taller than T. Only one friend is taller than T. So where do I place the second? P is not the shortest. So P is not the shortest means he can either be in between or he can be here. We are not conclusive. So statement 1 is not telling us who is the tallest. So we cannot select statement number 1. Okay. Now go to statement number 2. Now go to statement number 2. What is statement number 2 telling? R is shorter than 3 persons. Means where do I keep? R is shorter than 3 persons. Means R is going to be here. He is shorter than 3 persons. Fine. Only one person is taller than T. Only one person is taller than T. Means P, I'm going to place it over here. Fine. P is neither the tallest nor the shortest. P can neither be the tallest, neither be the shortest. So obviously P has to come over here, right? Q is the shortest in the group. So if Q is the shortest in the group, who is left out? S. So S is going to be the tallest person. Option number 2 is conclusively providing us the information of who is the tallest. So we are going to select option number B as the answer for the given question. Okay. These kind of questions are called as data sufficiency question. Is it clear, online people, or any doubts? Online, anyone having any doubts? You are just going to read the statement, find which is the statement which is going to give us the answer. Based on that, you're going to choose not. Fine. Okay. In that case, take up question number 2 and let's see how you're going to solve it. Start. Not able to solve it. Then among A, B, C, D, E, and F, who is lighter than only the heaviest? Option E. Both are necessary. U, E. All are sure about E. So who is the heaviest? B is the heaviest. Okay, let's see. So what are they telling? The given statements are F is heavier than D. How many friends are there? 6 friends. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Heaviest, lightest. Fine. Heaviest and light. F is heavier than D, but lighter than A. F is heavier than D, but lighter than A. Means who is coming? D. But I don't know where to place A, where to place F, where to place D. Okay, who is not the heaviest? So obviously, if it is not the heaviest, so I can place A over here and that can go on, but I cannot find out who is lighter than that. So D is heavier than C and D. So the second option, D is heavier than C and D. Obviously, D is going to be heavier than C and E, and this is also not conclusively telling who is the heaviest or who is the second heaviest or how you want. A you can keep it over here also. No, A can keep it here also. Who is lighter only than the heaviest? Lighter than only the heaviest. Okay. Okay, wait. Here the question asked is who is lighter than only the heaviest. But here the option given is F is heavier than D but lighter than A, who is not the heaviest. That's all. So they are not telling like A is second heaviest or A is third heaviest. It's not given. So now we need to use both the statements in order to find out the answer. So we'll use both the statements. Okay. Now if I use both statements, then how does it come? So D is heavier than C and D. So obviously I cannot have A here, F here, D here. And if I put here, C is not going to be heavier than D. C and E, it can either be here or this can be E or this can be C. I'm not sure about. And here it needs to be A, F, D, and the left out is B. Left out is B. So this conclusively tells us who is going to be the second heaviest on the lighter order. So both statements are necessary in order to answer the question. So the option is option number. Take up the next one. Right now, online I need answers from you people. A, B, C, D, E, and F each has a different weight. Who is the lightest? A is not lightest. C is heavier than D but lighter than E. Both are necessary. Yes. Online.
The both are necessary.
Okay. Who is the heaviest?
E.
Who is the heaviest? E. Who is the lightest?
D.
D. Right? Okay. Let us see. So they are giving 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 friends. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is heaviest. This is lightest. Greater. Okay. A is not the lightest. A is not the lightest. So A can be somewhere. C is heavier than D. C is heavier than D but lighter than E. Means C is in between, lighter than. Clear? Now this is not conclusively telling who is the lightest one. Okay, fine. Accepted. Go to the option number second one. B is lighter than only E. B is lighter than only E. Only E. So if I'm going to place B here and E has to be here. Yes, E has to be here. F is lighter than B. F is lighter than B but heavier than A. F is lighter than B but heavier than. F is lighter than B but heavier than. Okay. Now even this is not conclusively telling who is the lightest. Now if you combine these both, then you will be able to find out something. So F is lighter than B. So F is lighter than B means F is going to be here, but it is going to be heavier than A means A is going to be over here. And then what are they telling? C is heavier than D but lighter than A. C is heavier than D but lighter than. So obviously we are ending up with D as the lightest, E as the heaviest. So the answer for this will be both statements 1 and 2 together are necessary to answer the question. Fine. Among 6 persons, P, Q, R, S, T, and U. Okay, 6 people are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Who is the tallest? Who is the shortest? Okay. P is shorter than only 2 persons. P is shorter than only 2 persons. Obviously, P has to be here. Yes. Okay. Sorry. Yes. And S is taller than only T. S is taller than only T. So S is over here. P is over here. Clear. Only this is given. So can I find find out who is the second tallest now? Obviously, it is not possible. Obviously, it is not option number A. It is eliminated. Fine. Next, let us see the next option. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Taller, tallest. Okay. R is taller than only 2%. R is taller than only 2%. Means what? R is taller than only 2%. S is taller than R, but shorter than Q. S is taller than R, but shorter than Q. Q. Okay. Q. U is the tallest. So who is left out? Sorry. P and PL. T or P, T or P. Right? So statement 2 alone is enough for us to answer the given question. Statement 2 alone is enough for us to answer the given question. Now you cannot tell option number D and all. It is happened. So statement 2 alone is necessary to answer the given question. Is it clear or any doubts? How you got it? How you did not get it? All are very basic.
Sir, please explain it again.
Okay. Which statement you did not understand? See, there are 6 people. 5, 6. This is the tallest, shortest. Right? First statement tells P is shorter than only 2%. Shorter than only 2%. Means where should I place P? Whoever asked me. Where should I place P? This is 1, this is 2, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Where should I place P?
Third.
Third, okay. I'm placing P over here. And S is taller than only T. So where should I place S? S is taller than only T. Only T. Only means it is going to be fifth position. Fifth position. This is S. This is T. So T is the shortest. S is the second shortest. Second. So this is the understanding. Is this enough to answer the given question? No. Obviously, you cannot tell who's the second tallest from this. So this is not the. Now let us see the second one. Tallest, shortest. R is taller than only 2%. R is taller than only 2%. 1 taller, 2 taller. R is going to be here. Yes. S is taller than R. S is taller than R, but shorter than Q. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, but shorter than Q. U is the tallest. If U is the tallest, you are left with 2 places. Who is not filled at? T is not filled, P is not filled. Here it can either be T or P, or it can be T or P. The question asked is who is the second tallest? So Q is the second tallest. So this statement is absolutely enough for us to answer the given question. So the option number B is the right answer for this. Fine. Is it clear or still confusing? Yeah.
Clear, sir.